Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, we talk about fun things like the meaning of life, how you can be super intentional with your values, how you decide what your values are. If you are returning, welcome back. I'm so happy to see you. Today I want to talk to you about the fact that you are already the best version of yourself. Trust me.
Hi, welcome to Simply Intentional. My name is Katie. I'm on a journey to live my most fulfilling life and hopefully inspire others to do the same. Come along as I figure out my 30s one day at a time, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my adventures.
Oh dear. So at the time of filming, it's September 8th. Autumn Babe mug has made a return, and I've put up all my decorations, and it's still like 25 degrees. I'm in Canada. I will put whatever that is in freedom units up here. And I am just really embracing like returning to a time of year where I can be more reflective and sort of hibernate a little bit. Looking forward to that season. It's actually one of my favorite times of year, like being able to return to like spending time indoors and doing all that kind of stuff, cleaning my space. And one thing that I have been thinking a lot lately, and I've touched on this in like a bunch of videos before, but it's this idea of like growth versus self-improvement. And I really try and avoid the idea of self-improvement because it really like enforces this idea, whether you acknowledge it or not, that there's something wrong with who you are now. And that's just simply not the case, right? Like you are right now, with all your lived experience and all the work that you're doing to decide who you want to be and what you want to have your life look like, you're the best version of yourself that you can possibly be at this time. Will you be a different version of yourself in a few years as you grow and change? Yes, absolutely. And that will be the best version of yourself. But I think it's really important to distinguish like the difference between growth and self-improvement, because you should always be growing, right? You should always be learning and growing and understanding who you are and how to best serve those people around you with a life that is fulfilling for you. Because if you can be fulfilled and happy and the best version of yourself, then you're able to have a fuller cup from which to help others with, which is important for me. One of my core values is community. I think that's really important. It's something I've been pondering a lot lately, and that's what I want to get into here today. I mean, like, I am someone who could definitely be self-described as like chronically online, given the nature of my hobby, like making content, and I also just like watching other people's content. I watch a lot of videos like the ones I make, which is why I make them. I think it's a great format. Watch a lot of TikToks and Instagram stuff, and the one thing I always see is you see these like self-improvement things, right? And it's always the same thing. It's always this like you get up at 6 a.m. and you do your meditation and your journaling and you can do all this stuff, and that's great, and you can totally do that, and that's wonderful. And I do those things sometimes, and sometimes I stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning doing tequila shots and dancing with my friends. And one isn't better than the other. One isn't coming from the more healed version of me or the not healed version of me. And it's something that I've definitely struggled with lately. And part of my growth has actually just been accepting all of those parts of me, right? That they're all me experiencing my best life. Sometimes I do want to journal and go to bed at 8:30 and do like all these things. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I want to eat chips and watch true crime and drink 5 glasses of white wine like I did last night, and it was beautiful. But there's certain things I do every day that I guess could be part of like that girl, right? I do yoga every single day. I am very strict about my skincare. I'm 35 now, and I just, want to stay fresh. So that's all part of me. And I don't need to let go of any part of it because I am the best version of myself that I can be right now. Are there areas in my life that I would like to grow, to accept more fully? Absolutely. And I can do those things, but I don't need to stop doing something to be the best version of myself if I know intrinsically it's something I enjoy and it isn't hurting myself or anyone else. The thing that is so important too is like people are always trying to sell you something, right? And they'll tell you that this is the way that you can have a perfect life. This is the way that you'll be the best version of yourself. Follow my plan, 30-day detox, all of this stuff. And there is no one path that's going to make you feel better. There is no one path that is the right way to heal, to become in tune with yourself and your environment, right? Like you can be a complicated and messy person because that's how human beings are and still be the best version of yourself. There are definitely parts of myself that I think that like are selfish and I can be a little bit messy and sometimes I get absolutely feral on the weekends, but that's okay. I know that I'm a good person, or I try to be. I do things with my best intentions. And that doesn't mean that I'm doing anything wrong, and neither are you. You don't need to do things the way that I do them. I don't want to go to the gym 6 days a week for 5 hours. Like I just don't want to do that. It's not a good time. But I do like to do yoga every single day. That was one of my commitments for 2023. I've talked about it before, 365 days of yoga. And yeah, it's good for my body and all of those things, but it's really good for my mind. It's good to have something that I'm concretely working towards that serves me physically, mentally, emotionally, all of those things, because I like doing that. I do like going to the gym, sure, but I don't like running, so I don't get on the treadmill and run because I don't like running. I do other things. And that's okay. If you don't like matcha, don't drink matcha in the morning. If you want to drink black coffee, then drink black coffee in the morning. Just make sure that you're taking care of yourself in a responsible way. You don't have to eliminate the things that bring you joy if they're not hurting you, right? Just because someone tells you that it's bad for you, then that's fine, that they don't want to do that in their own life. Don't think that has to be part of yours. Some of my favorite things to eat are burgers and french fries. I have them a couple of times a week because I like them. They make me happy. My mom and I always say when we have a bad day, one of us will call the other and be like, I need mental health french fries. And we go and get french fries and we bitch about our days. And that's fine. I don't always have to eat kale every single day. Tonight I'm gonna go and have dinner with my family. I made some big ass brownies for everyone because brownies sounded like a really good idea this morning, and then I baked them and now my house smells good. That's fine. I'm not gonna eat brownies every night this week, but it isn't gonna derail some sort of progress or do anything like that. Going to my friend's house for the long weekend. We're probably gonna drink a bunch of tequila and eat a bunch of pizza, and that's fine. And I'll probably come home and journal and meditate and eat a salad. Those are all cool things too. I just so don't want you to fall into this trap of thinking you're not good enough because you don't match up to something online, because I guarantee you that these things aren't true. I try to be honest and vulnerable in what I post because I think more people need that. And like, no, I don't post myself looking like crap because it makes me uncomfy, but like, I'm a real person. I'm out here, I make mistakes, I get hangovers, I make mistakes at work sometimes. I'm not always proud of every video I've put out. I have been lately though, so that's good. But you just have to be honest with yourself about what's important to you. You have to be honest with yourself about what brings you joy and live with integrity. There's a kitty. Anyways, sorry, I got distracted. I haven't seen this kitty before. Sorry, my thoughts were derailed by a cat. You live your life according to yourself. And as I said in my last video, which I will link at the end of down below, you don't have to explain yourself, right? You don't have to make what you're doing make sense to someone else if you know that it's your best life. If you are living within your means and you are taking care of your business and you're taking care of yourself and you're doing all the things you're supposed to be doing, you don't have to explain the choices you're making to people. But we can so often internalize those voices that tell us we're not good enough, that we're doing things wrong. That's my inner monologue's favorite way of tormenting me, is everything you're doing is wrong. Every decision you've ever made is wrong, and you're a failure. That's what I hear. And I took a lot of work. It took me many, many years to make that voice be quiet 99% of the time. Is it always quiet? No. But I think that's being human, right? And so if you are struggling with that, if you are trying to define your values or understand what you want to have your life look like, and you're looking at other people's lives and thinking, oh, well, I'm not good enough because I don't do that. I'm not good enough because I don't have like a perfectly white kitchen, or I don't drink green juice in the morning because it tastes like feet. That's fine. Don't do it. Do whatever works for you, because that's the way that you're actually going to build a life that you're proud of, and you're actually going to be consistent in any new hobbies that you try and pick up, right? If you don't want to do yoga and you don't like doing yoga and you try and do yoga every single day, you're going to hate it, and then you're not going to complete it, and then you're going to feel bad about yourself when you set yourself up for failure from the beginning, right? This is it. You are already the best version of yourself because you are willing to grow. That's all. I know we all struggle with our inner monologues telling us we're not good enough because that's what society wants us to think, so that we buy more stuff and like sign up for weird, wacky 30-day workout detox plans. Don't sign up for those. You're good. Eat Skittles. Live your life. Um, it's hard to fight that voice, but as you grow and you understand that you're the kind of person you can trust, that you understand that you're a good decision maker, and that you don't owe people an explanation for your life, you can reach a place where you understand that, well, there still may be things you want to learn, things you want to incorporate in your life, or things you want to let go of, and things you want to unlearn. You are currently, right now, in this moment, the very best version of yourself that you have the tools to be. And that's a beautiful thing. So don't discount that. All right, my dudes, that is what I have for you this week. I hope you liked this. Please let me know in the comments what you think, and let me know if there's anything else you want me to talk about. You can always hit me up on Instagram. I'm happy to chat with anyone who wants to chat and isn't a super big weirdo, because I have been doing some blocking of strangers lately. I will link that my Instagram down below. I've got a blog, you can check that out. I don't update that as much as I update the videos because I enjoy doing this more and it's my life, so. But yeah, I'm always really happy for you to have watched to the end. I'm so grateful that you're here, and as always, I will catch you in the next one.